Hello and welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday. How's everyone doing today? Hi, Momo, Isabel, Martina, Brandy. Hello, Katie, Angeline, Anthony, Michelle, Emily. Thank you. Listen, how's everyone doing? How are dream snaps? How's the moonstones? How's everything? hello, Desiree, Joey, Amber. Hello. Oh, let me make sure I bump this up before we pop into the game. Perfect. We today are gonna be getting down to business, and by that I mean we're gonna do like all the stuff, check Scrooge's, talk about the new Dream Snap theme, talk about the premium shop, you know, all those kinds of things. And I think we're gonna actually, why are these here? I think we're gonna actually do some decorating today, so that'll be a nice change of pace. Haven't done that in a minute and a half. You haven't checked yet, you're waiting for stream. Fair enough. I, in case you're curious, did get 4,000 moonstones. Yes, I did. I'm so happy. Also, like, slight preview, I suppose. This week, if you managed 4,000 moonstones on Dream Snaps, even if you bought everything from the premium shop, you'd still have some moonstones left over from that, I think. Okay, listen, I'm going to say this word, and this is a word comparing to other weeks, not as a value statement. It's a cheap week, in air quotes, in the premium shop, but we'll look at it. But first I need to check my Scrooge shop stuff, see what I have. Hi, Abigail, hello. Got 600. Listen, it's a cheap week. If you're gonna get 600 any week, this week feels like a good one. I hope you were proud of your Dream Snap, though. Usually, even if I don't do as well as I would hope moonstone wise, as long as I'm proud of my picture, I'm like, listen, I did what I could do. Does it suck? A little bit, but I'm proud of me, you know? Hi, Lady Danbury, hello. Sasha, you love the Bing Bong glider. I like it. I am a little bit upset though that when we pose with it in camera mode, it doesn't have the rainbow trail. I wish they would add that. I do wish they would add that. Your 2,500 results, oh wait, 1,500 are thankful for a cheap premium shop week. Well, there we go. Not in love with the premium shop, but you still got everything. Listen, same. I bought everything. I haven't looked at it in game yet though. In fact, I don't think I even looked at it in the previews, but we'll check that after we check the Scrooge shops. Yes, we will. We'll see how I feel after looking at everything more closely. You're pretty proud of it. Put some more effort in that one. Well, there you go. That's fab. Okay, anything new here? Cheap because they know some of us were waiting for this week's moonstones to buy the Sleeping Beauty bundle. You know, that might be partially what it is. They might be like, everyone's gonna want that bundle that is still in the premium shop, by the way. It's gonna be there till the end of this coming up, you know, cycle week. You know what I mean. Till next Wednesday. But yeah, they're like, we'll spare them this week some of the moonstones so they can get that Sleeping Beauty bundle. You need the Bing Bong glider. It's in Storybook Vale from doing the Inside Out Lore Keeper puzzle. Hi, Riley. Hello. Watching people decorate and do dream snaps lately, you're getting more into it. Oh, nice. Yeah, I really enjoy doing, well, I mean, my enjoyment of doing dream snaps varies dramatically from week to week, but in general, I far more enjoy doing dream snaps on stream than by myself. Okay, this is the shop that really has to come through for us. What do you have that's new? Right, bottom, wait, no, that's not new. What do you have that's new? This, no, do I have this one already? This is new, okay, that's something. I did end up looking at, oh no, that's it. Okay. I did end up looking at the wiki at the new furniture items. I kind of just looked at the list. I didn't really look super closely at all of the items, but there were so many added to the Storybook Vale Scrooge shop. So many. Which is cool, I guess, but I kind of wonder why they didn't make some of those craftable. You know what I mean? Including the items that we have that are those, What? That was a really weird way to say what I was about to say. If you factor in all of the items that they added to the Storybook Vale Scrooge shop with this update, I feel like that does bring the number of items that we got a lot closer to with Rift in Time. It's just a little strange that you have to wait for the RNG to give them to you in Scrooge's shop. I kind of wish they had made some of them craftable, you know what I mean? Even if it's a grind to get the resources to craft them, at least I know that that's on me. Whereas theoretically, I could be playing this game for another year entirely and maybe never get some of those items because Scrooge's RNG is so bad. Scrooge is holding out for you. He's giving you like 5 total. I have had quite a few new items, but there were so many added. And the rotation is so questionable that, you know, who knows what I'm going to get at. But Dream Snaps, our current challenge is a Grand Anniversary Gala, or Gala. I don't know how I usually say Gala. Anyway, it's an outfit challenge again, which is disappointing, but whatever. This week, the Valley is hosting a gala to celebrate the 2nd anniversary of Dream Snaps. It's time to dress in your best party outfit and join the biggest celebration of the year. Which, you know, it's a theme. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I just feel kind of neutral about it. What do we think? How do we feel about the theme? I mean, I dislike the fact that it's an outfit challenge, but that aside, theme neutral. You agree Scrooge is not giving you the stuff and you have so many decorating plans for them. I know. Oh my goodness. Scrooge was good for you for a few days after the update. You knew it was going to subside after that, for sure, for sure. You got the last of the fairy stained glass windows. I'm jealous, Heather. I have the Flora and Merryweather one. I need the Fauna one still. Okay, then in the shop today, we have a Cactus Mickey Floral Topiary. I can't say the cactusy design is my preferred aesthetic, but the topiary itself, I think it's really cute. I like that it has these spikes. I don't know. With the little fairy lights, that's cute. I like the stone border on it and the little fence they have around it. I think that's cute. I'll probably use this in my glittering dunes whenever I get around to decorating that eventually. This balloon release tree, which I have to look at it. I'm not actually sure what size it is. Something about it doesn't quite sit right with me, but maybe I'll change my mind when I see it in game. Something about it seems weird. I guess it's cool that it releases balloons. I don't know. Maybe it's just that it gives a lot of Easter to me. And I don't know what it is about like Eastery things. They're just not my favorite, but eh. And then we have this bold bow ensemble that comes with this dress. Wait, this dress is kind of cute though. Was this in the trailer for the update, or did I make that up? And these heels are kind of cute too. My goodness. And then the Sleeping Beauty bundle is still here. Actually, all the individual Sleeping Beauty collection items are here, and the bundle is still here for 6 more days. I kind of like that they're doing this kind of collection thing every now and then. They did it with Star Wars too, where they had the items and they were here for a longer period of time, you know? There's also this Parks Magic collection with this Disney Parks entry. I do recommend getting this. I feel like it's really nice in like plaza builds. I also used it in a New Orleans kind of Glade build. Well, New Orleans is dramatic. I used it in a Glade build and it looked really cute. This Slinky Dog zigzag spin. This Main Street confectionery. Cute house skin and these fireworks. Cute, 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 cute. Not, oh, look, another dress. Anthony, I'm sorry. You don't know what the balloon tree is referencing? I don't think it's meant to be referencing anything. Sometimes we just get items that are just like, they're just making it up. Like, I don't know that this gown is really meant to be referencing anything either. It gives me kind of like shortened saloon dress. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I should be wearing a longer version of it with a slightly bigger bustle in Westworld or something. We also, oh, wait. This parks collection is actually a lot of items. Whoa. I didn't look through this stuff when I got the new stuff earlier today. They've got a lot of stuff here this week. Anyway, there's also this bubble wand collection that has the 3 different bubble wand accessories. This Dumbo attraction, cute. People who are wanting to do park stuff, slay. You got options. This Pixar Pal Around is really cute too. I like these clocks. I don't use them as much as I thought I would. I really like this 4-way clock situation. That's nice. This Tower of Terror, note, this is an attraction. It is not a house skin. You cannot live here. It's just kind of like a furniture piece, but it is still pretty cool. I like this a lot. Mad Tea Party ride, cute. Haunted Mansion bundle that comes with the Haunted Mansion and the Nightmare Before Christmas decked out version. And this donut duo of little tasty Mickey donut ears. I never really wear those. Those are cute though. Okay, and then limited time deals. We have this New Year celebration bundle. Not surprising considering the theme of the Dream Snaps this week and the fact that I think they used this in one of the images, but that's that. And this Ranger set. This was from the first ever Star Path. From the, what was it called? Pixar Fest Star Path, right? Perhaps? And that is that. Hi, Liza. Hello. They probably did the parks collection because of the Disneyland 70th anniversary this week. Perhaps. Although in the summers, they tend to do park stuff. Like we have had parks Star Paths the past couple summers. So maybe they were like, we know people got mad last year for doing the parks thing again. This time, we'll keep the energy by bringing the premium shop stuff around, but we won't give them another Star Path. I personally don't mind the park Star Paths, but I know some people felt some type of way about it last year. Okay. Balloon release tree. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Anna. Hello, hello. You can take pictures in the Mad Hatter. Oh, the like little tea party ride. Yeah, I think most of the rides you can take pictures in, right? How did I do on Dream Snaps? I got 4K, which I'm very happy about. Very, very pleased indeed. Okay, let me, wait, no. Change into this outfit instead. Cute. What hairstyle are we gonna do? What feels right? I almost feel like I need to be wearing this like fancy Winifred one. Slay. Are the wands worth it? I mean, it depends on whether you think you're going to use them or not. I kind of like the wands as accessories. Most of the time I don't use accessories though, so that's not necessarily saying much. But you can use them, and then when you run around with them, it trails bubbles behind you, which is cute. In terms of how much value it adds to the game, it's just like how much you think you would run around with them, I guess. How much you enjoy the bubble trail. I think it's a bit of fun, but I don't use any of the accessories that often, so it would probably be towards the bottom of my personal list of things to get. But that's just me, that's just me. Hi, Takia, hello. So this is that topiary. I actually really like this. I'm gonna drop it in the Glittering Dunes after this, and we'll see how it looks. This is a balloon tree. Okay, it's cool that balloons are flying around. I think it just, the balloons that are just stationary at the top of the tree, I think something about those just looks a little weird to me personally. And I think the tree is tiny. This is a glorified bush. Also, this is a lot of things. I wish it gave us an interact option. Like you could interact to turn it off and on. Because maybe sometimes I just want a tree with some balloons hanging from it, and I don't actually want balloons flying everywhere. You know what I mean? I feel like people will use this a fair bit for dream snaps to have like balloons in the background. That's kind of cute. I don't know if I will use it outside of dream snaps. But it's an interesting item. I like that we're getting more items with animations, but I would also like the option to turn off animations and things like that. Sidnerella, hello, hello. Does the Tower of Terror go well with the casita walls? I don't know, but I can look. Not Hercules, Disney. The colors are a little different, but I feel like you could use it. You found yourself hiding the tree parts in your dream snap. That way you had a lot of balloons in the background. Yeah, I anticipate that that's the way that most people will use that item. It looks kind of cute with the casita walls. I feel like it could work for sure. I do like the Tower of Terror. I like putting it in the Forgotten Lands or like literally anywhere where you have some elevation, and then when you go down into the next biome, you just see like the Hollywood Tower Hotel sign flashing from the other biome. It's really fun. I also feel like depending on how you decorate, if you put it with a lot of other buildings that kind of have a good amount of verticality, when you're running around, you don't even necessarily see the top part that's super shabby, and the bottom part is actually really cute with this tiny little pergola at the entrance and the bushes. I've definitely used this for dream snaps, cutting out the top part and just having the base as kind of a nice little backdrop. It reminds you of the seaside villa. Kind of similar, yeah. Wait, what is this? Oh, it's like a little electricity thing. Okay. What was I going to do? I was going to go to the Glittering Dunes. By the way, this is probably the area we're going to be decorating today. We'll see, we'll see. I started it right before the Storybook Vale update. Well, I mean, I technically started it before that, but we changed some things around right before the Storybook Vale update, and now I think I just want to finish it. It's been kind of in the works for so long. I want to move on to other parts of the Vale. The plan now until the next update is to try to finish decorating in the Vale, if we can do that. Now you need that pergola. I know, I've wanted that pergola for so long. It's nice and tiny, which I like. You could probably like, what's it called? I can't think of the exact word, but you could like line them up one after another to make a cute little tunnel thing. That would be nice. Hi, Kitty. Hello. Thank you for hanging out and lurking. I appreciate it. I hope your day's going okay. They pop you right over here. Actually, let me move this well over there too. I think seeing them together might be kind of cute. Yeah, I really like this topiary. I think it's cute. I like the height of it. I don't know, something about the proportions of it are really nice. And the base of it. I feel like it could also work in the Wild Tangle, because that kind of gives like cactusy vibes too.
Maybe I'll take a nap today.
Yeah, I'll use it here when I eventually decorate this area. There we go. Dominica, hello, hello. Oh, thank you. I mean, I appreciate it, but I feel like we have not done much decorating at all recently. And part of it's because I just haven't been overly inspired. Like even today, I know I want to decorate this Mount Olympus area, but I don't really know what I'm gonna be doing with it. I mean, we have it kind of sectioned into quadrants, but I don't have a strong sense of direction about how we're gonna make the space actually work. But part of it's also just because we've been so busy. We've been doing dream snaps on stream. We've had updates coming back to back, you know what I mean? So it's time to get to it and finish the Vale. My goal is still to finish the Vale, the Valley, and do all of Eternity Isle, because none of that is decorated. By the time we get like around the showcase-ish, it's a dream. It might be a pipe dream, but it is definitely a dream. Okay, do I have any obstacles that I have to physically move? Let me check. You hope someday we can make the river kit diagonal, like that topiary surrounded by water would have looked so cool. Ah, yeah. I mean, I've played with the river kit a little bit more, but still nothing too intense. I might try to put a little pond over here, like in this section. We'll see. I don't have a lot of space to play with, but I've used it for my past couple dream snaps, and I built the tiniest little pond over here because I had made like a fake pond with a path before we got the river kit, and then I just switched it out to be an actual little pond. So we'll see. We'll see. It's a lot of mist. Yeah. One of my goals before Storybook Vale was to gather 1,000,000 mist, which I had accomplished. Now I'm at far less than that, but it's okay. You're mood boarding and updating your spreadsheet while you watch. Oh, amazing. You restarted your game a few weeks ago and you're trying to catch up and finish all the quests before you start decorating. Oh, that's fun. I still kind of want to restart my game. No one panic. I don't mean restart my game. I mean start another save. I'm not restarting my game, but no one worry. It's okay. Okay. Here the plan is to have a snippet lores. Here, this garden layout I'm mostly fine with. I just need to clutter up a little bit because it just looks so barren. Bleh. I think my main issue / concern is I don't know what to do with this sort of central area. I want to kind of have it not just be path and like nothing. Let me see what I can do. I'm gonna pull out some bushes and things. You love the orchard? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I wanted to have everything for Storybook Vale, like all of the trees and bushes, yeah, localized for each biome, because I'm still trying to collect enough of the things for the achievements, and that way it's easier to just get everything at once. So I've got a little orchard here. I'm gonna have my ever after ones in this fairy space, and then I have all of my bind ones. There are only a couple bind things, but I have those on like one little pathway, so it's easy to pick everything up. Okay, I'm going to grab this giant bush. I could do it on Apple Arcade. I could. I don't have Apple Arcade, but I could. I've been thinking about getting the game on Epic, though. I think if I started again, I would get the game on Epic, probably. Or I could, no. I was about to say, or I could start again on my Switch. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Sorry to all you Switch players. I was once one of you, and I just don't think I can go back there. Not long term. You did one in Shadow Statue, but you love the spacing and flow. You combined Bind and Mythopia, because Bind has like 2. I know, that's why I just put mine right. Where do I have mine? They're just lining this path from Mythopia to this kind of plaza area in the Bind. I was like, they're just right next to each other. It's fine. What kind of Switch do I have? I just have like, well, I don't know if this answers your question. It might. I have one of the Animal Crossing Switches, like, I don't remember if this was when Animal Crossing first came out or what, but there was like a Switch that came with Animal Crossing, and the Switch itself has the Joy-Cons color coded for Animal Crossing, and the back of the Switch has like a little, it's not embossed, but it's like a little matte kind of Animal Crossing repeated pattern on it. I have that one, so it's not fancy. It's not like an OLED. It's not one of the Switch 2s. It's literally just like a Switch. One thing about Mythopia is decorating here is such a chore. My cursor is already doing the thing where it's not tracking actually with the object, but we're gonna see what we can do. Would I ever get a Switch 2? I've been asked that question a lot, and my current feelings about it are that I think I only would if there was a game coming out on the Switch 2 that I felt like I needed to play and it wasn't coming out on the regular Switch. At least for right now. Because I feel like I don't play a lot of Nintendo games. And if I'm gonna stream a game, which most of the games I get, I'm going to be streaming, it's just way easier for me to get it on Steam. So yeah, for a Switch to have enough value for how much it costs for me, like a Switch 2, I'd have to like need it for a game, I think. Could change my mind, but that's currently how I'm feeling about it.
Okay,
I know a lot of people who don't have access to like a PC though, people who have played DDV on the OG Switch. They've said that the performance is so much better on the Switch too. And I feel like that definitely makes sense. Like if I didn't have a PC that I had access to, I would probably feel differently. And I would be more inclined to get a Switch too. But right now I don't think I need it. These too giant, or do I think I can make these work? I kind of want to fill in these diagonal corners with bushes and things. And then mostly just have the entrances to these quadrants off of the sides. Kind of like I already have set up for this orchard and the garden. I think it could work. I don't think they're necessarily too tall. We'll see. Hi, Jess. Hello. If you had the money, you would get one since Donkey Kong Bonanza comes out tomorrow. I've never played a Donkey Kong game. Listen, the first games I ever played were Nintendo games because we had like, what did we have? Did we have an NES? Let me look this up. I have to figure out which Nintendo we had. We had one when I was a wee baby. And then after that, we kind of switched to PlayStation for a long time. Yeah, we had an NES. That brings me back. My goodness. So I played like Super Mario Bros. On that. But in my childhood and adolescent years, I wasn't really a gamer. Anthony, thank you so much for gifting a channel membership. Not channel member, a channel membership. I appreciate you. And Riley, welcome to the channel members. I hope you enjoy all your membership perks. Don't forget to check what all of those are. Yeah, Anthony, I appreciate you. I don't know why I'm so flustered right now. I think it's because I'm wearing shorts and my chair is getting hot. Let me get a blanket to put under me. I'll be right back. Oh, I was muted. Oh my goodness. I was talking about a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, I'm just gonna pretend that nothing that I said mattered. I don't think it really mattered. I muted myself so you wouldn't hear the little creakety cracks of me getting up out of my chair. But here we are. I was rambling about, I saw somebody's comment about a Game Boy, and I was saying I never had a Game Boy. I had a DS. The only game I ever played on DS was Nintendogs. I think my brother had a Game Boy. I think we had like a Totally Spies game on Game Boy or something. Or maybe it was like a Barbie secret agent game. I don't remember. Oh, for a second I thought I was still muted. I thought we're fine. We're having a great day. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for putting up with me. Okay. No, that's not going to work. What is going to work? I feel like I need a tree, but I can't do it here because of the way that this fence is. I need assistance with something. Game Boys, what a time to be alive, right? What a time indeed. I feel like I maybe need... That can't go on the path. I mean, here's the thing. I understand when trees can't go on paths, it just annoys me. And I feel like some trees can go on paths, which annoys me even more. Why can't we put all of them on paths? I know it doesn't make sense, but we're in a magical game. I feel like it doesn't have to make sense. And they should just let me do it because it would make me happy. You know? That one can't go on the path. Okay. You loved Cooking Mama, Mario Party, and Rhythm Heaven on the DS. I never played Cooking Mama, but my partner watched a video, I was gonna say recently, it was somewhat recently, about somebody who was playing all of the Cooking Mama games. This was like this year or last year. What if I forget that this area exists for now and I and I focus on something else? Like a normal corner that's not being affected by a trellis. The trellis is my own doing. If some can go on a path, why not all? Exactly. You played the first half of a Barbie secret agent. Oh wait, when you were little because you loved it, but then you got to the part where you didn't know what to do, so you just started over then. Fair enough. Oh, you know what I did play a lot? This was on the computer though. Wow. Remember? Never mind. I'm feeling old. I don't need to worsen it. This was on the computer and it was a Carmen Sandiego game. The graphics were incredible. As you can imagine, they were incredible. And yeah, you'd like travel all across the world, tracking down suspects and finding clues to, like, I don't know, convict Carmen of her wrongdoings. Actually, I'm pretty sure Gameloft is making a Carmen Sandiego game right now. I feel like I keep seeing stuff about it. I'm not sure if it's out or when it's meant to be out, but that was one of my favorites as a kid. Why? Okay. Why do you hate me so much that I can't put you there? You think it's already out? Oh, wow. It's like a mobile game, right? Or am I making that up? If I move this up more and this... Oh, that can't go back because of that. Such a difficult day to be me. And I move this up and this... Oh, wait. We're onto something. We're onto something. Maybe. And then I make a little nook back here. Just a little nook. Oh, well, never mind. To pop this bench into. Change of plans. We put those there. We then wait, which way do I want you? Put these like there. And then we put these like there. Something like that. Tales of the Shire next week? Oh, wait. Tales of the Shire, I have it in my calendar. Is that the 27th? No, the 24th. When is Tales of the Shire? I am excited about that one. I'm also excited / intrigued by the Fields of Mystria update. I feel like I want to play Fields of Mystria again. I think I need to put the yellow bushes behind this. I feel like the bench is too tall for this. We're definitely onto something though. Hi, Queen Flowers. Hello. Your problem. Was it this? Oh, it was. How weird. Okay. You're still waiting on more news about the D&D game Gameloft is supposedly making? Yeah, I feel like they announced that quite a while ago, and I've not heard anything about it for quite a long time. Granted, I haven't been intentionally following up on it, but about this, it's not sitting right with me. Do we have like a little wall item? What fences do we have? Marble fence, elegant stone fence post. Did I use this anywhere? I did not. I was thinking about it though. I'm almost feeling like I need... So the yellow is too different from the green and the pink. If I'm using it, I have to put it in between the two. But then I'm wondering if I should just put like a little fence behind the bench. Hi, Christian. Hello. How's the update going? Well, I finished pretty much everything from the Veil. Well, everything in terms of quests and story. Now we're getting into doing more decorating. And it's going well. This? Maybe we could do the white picket fence. Wait a minute. Can we not do diagonal fences yet? Why did I feel like they were adding that with the diagonal paths? That's unfortunate. No! Oh, no. Hi, Asia. Hello. They talked about it being the same update. I mean, I guess they never technically said they were going to be coming at the same time. They just kind of talked about the fact that they were going to be working on them. And I just assumed that they would be coming in the same update. Clearly, I was mistaken. Something that I do feel upset about. But that is mostly a me problem, technically. You still can't see that over the bench, but I feel like that does something for me. I might still try to put these bushes behind it. But I don't know. I feel like it gives it a little something, something. I'm sure we'll get it eventually. I just figured paths and fences seem to work pretty similarly, so it just felt like we would get them at the same time. Oh, how's the week going? Week going well. Pretty well. Cannot complain. This feels like a good time for a tree, if I can fit one. Nor. What if I move this completely out of the way for now? Why do I have that there? Because I was trying to use it. Okay. Thank you for the sip reminder. You only had one new update or one new item across 3 stores. Me too. I had one of the new paintings or like art things from my Storybook Vale store. That's kind of fun. It would be even more fun if I could fit this in here somehow. But I think that's just asking for too much. So if I move this here. Also fun. You like how this build is coming along? Thank you. Oh, yes. Do we like this? I feel like we like this. I feel like this isn't bad. It's fine. No, it's fine. You got the white pillar thing with the lights hanging off of it. Wait, you mean the one like this, but it's got the lanterns like that Aurora one, right? So it's like that, but it's like this, right? But it's white. I like these items. They're kind of weird, but I like them. I think I'm going to use them down in the spot where I've got the cottagey houses. I'm still not sure. I kind of want to make like a floral gardens kind of area with those, and I think that would be nice. Because I don't think they really suit the vibe up here. Otherwise, I would try to use them up here. You know what? I'm having an idea. I was feeling like I should have the benches across from each other here, but now that I think about it, I feel like I might just put them here and here. It's gonna be kind of like asymmetrical, but I think it's going to bring me peace of mind because I can more reasonably replicate it over there. And then we can just have the 2 benches here and the 2 weird corners here. And I think I'm gonna be okay with that. I'm not 100% loving that bush being right there, but I'll figure out what I'm gonna do with that. I'm gonna get rid of him for now. I'm actually gonna get rid of all of this for now as well. Well, I'll leave that one there. You notice that Aurora's voice actor is Barbie from Life in the Dream House? Wait, what's that actress's name? Wait, like the current Barbie? Is that Erica Lindbeck? Look at me remembering names. If it's Erica Lindbeck, she's cool. And also in Date Everything, which we've been playing recently. Lots of fun. Your recommended has Merlin Summerfit. Oh, cool. Oh, no, Kate Higgins. Gotcha, gotcha. I was thinking of somebody else who is Barbie in the movies. Recent-ish movie. I don't know. I have not watched a Barbie movie in a long time. I don't know if there are Barbie movies that are newer that she hasn't been in, but she's been Barbie for a while, or was Barbie for a while. Anyway, fencing. Oh, wait, no. These first. That's very close. move this back a little bit. Move this back a little bit. Why is this not lining up? What's not right? I don't know, and I don't know if I care to find out. Hi, Ignis. Hello. Because that looks fairly even. This does not, but I think that's fine by me. As long as I have the large bushes looking pretty in line with each other. That's all I can really ask for. Hey, that's better. I think. We're doing our best. Listen, at the end of the day, this is a place, you know? And as such, it's not going to be perfect. And we are okay with that. Yes, we are. How? I don't care. I do not care. The vibes are close enough that I'm fine with it. I'm pretty much never going to be looking at it from this particular perspective. And even if I am, the fact that one side is slightly off from the other side simply does not matter to me. I'm sure that will annoy a lot of you, and to be honest, it's not my favorite thing to ever exist, but I also need to protect my peace. And in order for me to do that, I can't be spending 20 minutes figuring out how to make that more even. I simply can't. That's cute! Kind of. I almost want like another little tree thing or something like. I'm super tempted to use the little green one. This one. But I'm still not convinced that I'm going to bring a lot of this in here. But I did use it here. That same color of green. So I feel like it's my responsibility to use it somewhere else. Your footprint, like, too big for that. Jumping into your spreadsheet and mood boards to decorate so you're gonna lurk. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate you. Yeah, that is cute. I like that. Okay. Now, I think what I would like to do is... This music is so epic. Figure out what I'm doing along this side. I don't want to close these off with the walls, although I think that could be a vibe. I feel like this path would feel way too narrow and confining, even though it's a fairly wide path. But I do want to have a bit more separation here. I wouldn't mind some sort of an arch. I might have to create that with trees. Let me save actually while I'm thinking about it. Arch. I wish we had more arches. I feel like those are things that I always want to use in places, and we have a good number of them, but I feel like we still don't have enough variety. I don't think I want to use these. Even though I don't mind this in theory along with Casita, I think in this area it doesn't quite match the vibe. I don't really want to use these. No, I probably could, and then just let me see something. We'll try something. Does this feel too narrow? Let me see. Not sure how I feel about this. I don't know if I hate it. If I did use this, I would add more bushes and stuff to make it like a natural sort of fencing separation from here. It is quite separate. I would not repeat it on this side. Let me see. We'll add some more stuff and see how we end up feeling about it. Can I take this? It does kind of defeat the point of having this trellis here a little bit. I don't know. You were just voting on dream snaps and saw a lot of basic standing photos, not as many splits as you thought. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think there will be a lot of split shots, but I don't necessarily know how much that will be reflected in the voting. And I don't know if that sentence makes sense, but the way I think about it is that the Dreamlight Valley player base is presumably fairly large. That being said, the majority of players, I would imagine, are not people who you would see hanging out online in DDV social spaces. Like the majority of players, I would assume, are not like watching streams all the time. Like that's a smaller conglomerate of players, right? In the grand scheme of things, I would think. So I think of the types of players who are like, I don't know, doing things like I feel really bad because I don't remember what it's called, but Mr. Star has that whole Dreamers portal. Is that what it's called? I'm not on there, so but I'm aware of it. Like players who are submitting their pictures there, I would say you're probably going to have a lot of more active players in the Dreamlight Valley community. I could see a lot of people in that space doing split shots, but I think a lot of players who play more casually maybe are not going to be doing that kind of thing. I don't know. I'm gonna switch these around. Put this back here and this up here. Hear me out. I don't think I hate it. I don't know if I want to move this forward though, so it's actually in line with this, so there's not that separation between the path and the thing. I think I do want to do that, but I don't really hate this. Kind of like that you can still sort of see the trellis through it, and then it makes sense that it's going around this way. Does it look weird from here? A little bit, but we could add like a bush in here or something. Kind of weird to have just a random section of wall, but I think I like it. I think I like it. Knowing me, I might still change my mind and we could scrap everything and start over again, but for now, good. I think I will prefer it like that though. Cool. Actually remove that. Can I get one of the pink small little bushes? I mean, they're trees technically, but one of these. And plop this in there. And then maybe like a little yellow something. That is too large. This one. And then maybe like a little topiary thing. Just right about there. Yeah, that makes it look a little bit less strange. Might see about pulling this path. Paths get weird sometimes when they're next to each other, but that's cute. Probably gonna be nice with the lights at nighttime too. You like it a lot better than a long solid wall. The gate alone with the foliage is great. I think it looks good. Yeah, I definitely don't want the whole thing as a wall. We kind of have that effect with the plants, but yeah. Feels a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more natural. So let me move this forward as well. Yeah, this is a little narrow, but it's fine. I don't hate it. Hi, James. Hello. How's it going? Actually, let me turn it to evening. What time is it now? Forgot. It's a while before it gets late in game. I never actually really play at night, which is why sometimes I don't add any lighting to my to my outdoor builds, because I'm like, I'm not gonna notice a difference. It looks fine. Also, the different biomes have different lighting at night, and sometimes it's like, I don't know. I would like just the regular degular. Where is it? Do I have it somewhere over here? This. Oh, actually having those there might kind of exacerbate the difference and exacerbate. Exacerbate? What the heck? Thanks for lurking, Miss Angeline. I appreciate it. Nah, it's not that weird. I don't mind it. Okay, here. That's a little strange. I need, actually, I have them here. I'm going to wing this path around here, I think. And I might even get, don't we have a little arrow sign? A little wooden one? I don't know if it's under sign. I never, oh, this one. Left sign post. Maybe I'll pop it there. I don't know if I'm gonna like that or not. Hi Quaz, hello. This has such a weird footprint. Hi Mia, hello. I'm sorry you've been feeling sick. I hope you feel better. Yes, wait, that's cute. I'm here for it. Okay. I need some kind of potted plant. I use this one all the time, but I'm not opposed to using it here. Although maybe something in a little terracotta pot might be nicer. Something like that. Or this maybe. Or this one might be the one. Could use both, actually. Perhaps both. Both might be a little bit too much. They kind of blend into each other. I kind of don't mind it. I think that's cute, and I think I'm going to try to add one of these lights here, if it will work. I hate this corner of this path, but I'm going to ignore it for now. And save. Hi, Throwing Gnome. Hello. Listen, I'm feeling hopeful. That's either a really good thing or a really bad thing. It's too soon to know. Okay. In here, what do I want to do? I think I don't actually like having this chest here as much as I thought I would. I also think I'm going to replace it with one of the large chests like this. I think I'm gonna put it here. I don't know if there's anything in there. Oh, yes, many seeds. You love it? Thank you, Candia. This spot is kind of odd. I don't really want anything to obstruct it, but it almost feels like something should go there. Okay, let me just start by finding some outdoorsy decor. I almost want to like line some of this with this, which I know doesn't really make sense, and yet I might do it. Oh, I can't there. Oh, yes, I can. I don't know. If it's weird and I hate it, I'll change it. Scarecrow? Maybe I could put a scarecrow in the middle. That's a good call. I'm gonna just stick this stuff out here for now. house? I don't know. If I do, I might use one of the yellow ones instead. I do like these bikes. Maybe I can use a bike somewhere around here. Stool and garden tools. Yeah, we definitely have some sort of, oh no, some sort of gardeny clutter that I'm going to try to grab out. I don't know if I'll use that. That's something. These I definitely will use. This I feel like I tend to use. Feels a little too autumnal. A little stool. Great, maybe. A sack. Sure. Barrels. I might pull a bench in here somewhere, but probably not. I'll think about it. Oh wait, I already pulled that out. Little baby birdhouse. Maybe. Flower boxes. I don't know if I would need a bucket, but I'll grab it just in case. Tool rack. Did I use these over here? I did. Okay. I was like, if I didn't, that's a crime. I feel like I always have to use those next to the Madrigal house because they're so colorful and the Madrigal house is so colorful. It feels like they need to go together. I don't hate the idea of having a picnic table over here somewhere. I'd probably use the other color, but I'm just going to stick that one there for now. Anything else? Not really. I think all the stuff I was thinking of was mostly older things. Okay. Not much space is, I think, one of the things. Maybe I can set up a little table station in the corner. Oh, why do I feel like this is... Oh, there we go. And maybe I'll add a little light back here too. Perhaps. Be able to fit this at all. Unless it was somewhere around here, but I don't think I want that. Back here? Maybe. Okay. Wait, I have so many more crates that I'm going to have to find. Crates is good stuff when it comes to doing something like this. I feel like it just works. You can go away, actually. I'll just grab you all from you. I put this kind of stuff in this middle area, potentially. And give me... Oh, wait. Slay. Great. Yes. Giant stack of crates? No. Pile of crates. I do want this to still be pretty functional. I'm not sure how much I'll use it. I don't really have any kind of long-term farm set up anywhere, so that's kind of why I wanted to add one here to fill up the space, but also to give myself a place to actually plant things if I need to. Especially because it's so much more, I don't know, Storybook Vale, even though it's not like new, it's still like pretty new, so it's so much more fun to just be hanging out here than in the main valley, you know? Or even the islands, even though they're all so new, but they're like new repeats. I don't know. not you. I would get like seeds or something, like the actual seeds that we plant. The only thing is, if I did that, I don't really like putting around too much stuff that the vacuum is going to want to pick up. Because when I'm going around using the vacuum to grab stuff, I don't want to have to be filtering through what is and isn't stuff for me. Okay. Maybe I can toss this over here. In the corner, perhaps. Not sure why you would ride a bike back here, but maybe. And then maybe some little plant pots. A Wally boot. Ooh, pumpkins? No. You don't need pumpkins. Cute. Actually, I kind of want to use this one there, I think, so it pops a little bit more. And then I'll put that one somewhere else. Oh no. You know, I don't really mind it. It's not the most elaborate design, but it adds a little something in here, so it doesn't look quite so empty. Maybe I'll throw another one of these back here. Some of this on top. Ew. It works. I do like this little path. I think that's cute. Okay. Let me save. Take a stretch. Oh, it is so hot in here. I need a new fan. This is the kind of stuff you need to get better at. You have good concepts and placement of the big things, but the clutter is what makes the build look more lived in, and you're so bad at the clutter. Fair enough. It's not necessarily my strong suit. Well, for me, it's like, I feel like that's the kind of thing that takes a fair amount of time. And I don't usually want to spend my time on cluttering up a place. So I'm like, I'll do a little bit of it. But if I start to get bored, I'm like, I will leave this. This is enough. Or I will come back later. So that's the kind of thing where I might come back later and spruce it up a little bit. But for now, I think it's fine. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and work on this lining of the path, I think. Can we talk about Wicked? It feels like it's been a minute. Actually, can we? I mentioned it a little bit yesterday, but in the context of the Oscars and how, unfortunately, I feel like it's going to be going up against Sinners in the music categories in the Oscars. And currently, Cynthia Erivo, who stars as Elphaba, has an Emmy, a Grammy, and a Tony. She only needs an Oscar to have an EGOT, which is like wild. And I doubt that she'll be nominated for Best Actress again. Just because it's not often. I don't know if it's ever happened that a leading actor has been nominated for Best Actor or Actress for reprising a role. You know, like for their original depiction and a reprise of the role. So I don't know if she'll be nominated for that. I definitely think it's possible that she'll be nominated for best original song. Me having not heard this song, but just, you know, it's gonna have an original, well, 2 original songs. And I feel like she could be nominated. But I feel like Sinners is gonna be nominated for best original song. The Sinners song is good too. Not that this one won't be good. I don't know. So I feel conflicted is basically what I'm saying. I want everyone to win. But also, actually, I feel like there hasn't been too much stuff happening for press for Wicked for Good yet. And I feel like part of that is really smart because there was a huge amount of what could be described as oversaturation of the market when Wicked was coming out. And it's like, I feel like tricky to navigate like being out there enough that people know something is happening versus being out there so much that people are annoyed because they're only ever seeing stuff about such a thing. You know what I mean? And I feel like for Wicked, it was kind of almost bordering on that. Everything was all Wicked all the time. And this time things have been a lot tamer. But they're starting to roll some things out. I don't know. I saw someone say something about Care Bears doing a Wicked something something, Wicked for Good something. I think I saw that they were announcing new Wicked Lego sets, which is exciting. You always skipped For Good in the soundtrack, but the part 2 of the trailer has converted you. Wait, you were a For Good song skipper? How? That song is so good. The song is very emotional though. Hi, My Little Corner. Thank you for lurking. Just Being Ashley. Hello, hello. They know we're all hyped already. That too. Like, I feel like, yeah. A lot of people who saw the first movie were like, when is the second one coming out? You know what I mean? So I think there's already a certain amount of anticipation for it. I feel like they don't have to do too much to promote it. Like, I think a lot of people are already excited about it. So we'll see. I mean, something has to happen though. This can't be all there is before before the movie comes out, you know? Did someone say they skipped For Good, our song? It's okay. I have some opinions about the songs in Wicked. Like, my opinion, I don't think this is that uncommon of an opinion. The song As Long As You're Mine, I think is kind of boring. Now, I could change my mind because of who's going to be singing it. You know what I mean? But As Long As You're Mine never did it for me. But this. What about here? No, I don't want to encroach too much into this actual space because I do kind of want to fit a pond in there if I can. This is truly tricky. Oh, well, that's kind of nice. You're not lying when you say you think about Wicked at least 10 times a day. No, I think about Wicked very often. Very, very often. In fact, I just watched another Wicked reaction like yesterday. I love Wicked. I could talk about Wicked all the time. I really could. What was I thinking about Wicked? Oh, what I'm always thinking about, it's like the silliest, not silliest. It's kind of like the most obvious thing. Like, I feel like, okay, well, context. Can I tell this story? I shan't. But, you know, like when Kylie Jenner had her year of like realizing things, or, you know, sometimes people get a podcast and they start sharing thoughts that are like, they think or they present in a way as though they're like these deep existential questions. And then sometimes people are like, girl, yes, like we knew this. Like, you're the only one just discovering this kind of thing. every time I think about this, I know it's one of those things where it's like, girl, yes, we know, like, you're the only one who cares because everyone else realizes this already. But I know it's obvious, okay? I just love it. The fact that in Defying Gravity, when it's towards the end of the song and Glinda and Elphaba are singing together, the harmonies, like, oh my goodness. For the majority of, like, at the beginning of Defying Gravity, they're singing the same melody. They're not necessarily like harmonizing with each other, right? And then towards the end, they're singing about Defying Gravity, and the melody splits into a place where they're harmonizing. And I just think it's so cool because they're both thinking about like their ideal future and what it looks like, and that's when the harmony splits because like what they want out of life is so different. And like, oh, I just love it. Stephen Schwartz is such a great songwriter, and I just think it's really cool how the different harmonies are used in the musical overall, which I won't get into too much because it gets into slightly like spoilery territory, but like how intentional the songwriting is, even down to like the actual structure of it and like who's singing what notes when and what that means for the certain characters. I just love it. It's so good. It's so good. You're not a fan of slow songs, but the parts in the trailer got stuck in your head. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. I just cannot wait. I feel like I'm actually gonna see For Good when it premieres this time. With Wicked, I had to leave the internet essentially because I had to wait till my sister came to visit for Thanksgiving. So originally it was gonna be fine because Wicked was supposed to come out Thanksgiving weekend. But a few months before it came out, they announced that they were pushing it up a week. So Wicked existed for an entire week in the world without me being able to watch it, but with other people being able to watch it. And I had to avoid any and all spoilers. I don't know how I did it. Like that part of my life, actually, I don't remember. I do not remember that week of my life. The way you were gagged when you found out he also did the music in Pocahontas and Hunchback. Yes. Didn't he also do the music in Prince of Egypt, or am I tripping? Like, he's such a good songwriter. Actually, let me see. I feel like he really did. Prince of Egypt, famously, banging soundtrack. Stephen Schwartz. I think he did. Yeah, he wrote the music and the lyrics for Prince of Egypt from a quick Google search anyway. My apologies if that's false information, but I think it's true. I wouldn't intentionally lie to you. Yeah, so good. Can I get away with this? I don't know. I haven't used it anywhere else. If I do use it elsewhere. The thing is, it might be nice with a pond. So I could potentially... I just need something to fill in this little bit of space. Okay. I'm gonna add this somewhere else. This is something that I felt a lot when I do builds, but I never really had a way of explaining it until a couple days ago. I was watching a Deligracy Sims build video and she explained it. And she said, whenever you're doing a build, any kind of like color, any structural kind of shape, any like feature of your design, it should have a friend. And I was like, that makes so much sense. And I needed this little plant to have a friend. Because it's like, if you just have one of them, it feels out of place. But if you have a couple, it's like, that makes sense. You know what I mean? It helps keep things cohesive to make sure everything has a friend. And so that's what we are up to. Okay. I'm just seeing the remember the internet is forever. I know the internet is forever. The story, by the way, if that's what you're referring to, was not about me. Let me save. Okay, I think this is looking cute. I don't know if I'm going to use this anymore, this pergola. We'll see. I do want a little pond back here. And that's why I'm not sure if I'm going to use the pergola. Put you where you will stay and not delete anything. How about there? This is kind of a big space, but it's like kind of wild how quickly it is taken up when you just have a giant tree, you know? Okay. Get me out a different picnic table first. The other color, so I can see how it is. This one would be better here, I think. Oh. All right. Could I put a pond around this? Would that be weird? Give me a second to run around. Figure out what I'm doing. So if this is where that entrance is, I'm going to want this entrance to be roughly in the same spot, which is, I think, yes, that. I think I'm gonna want like a little bit of a rock path weaving through this way, connecting this entrance to this entrance. I kind of would like a little like elongated pond moment back around here. I think that could be cute. It just can't be too close to the wall because then I can't put anything behind it. Hi, Charlotte. How's it going? Okay. Let me save. I don't know if I'm ready for this. For trying to mess with this river kit. I don't think I'm going to be able to use this pergola. It's cute. I don't think I can use it. It's going to be too big. Push it back there. I'm sorry. Goodbye for now. Oh, I was going to save before I start messing with this. Also, thank you everybody who's liked the stream so far. I appreciate you. Oh, you know what I haven't talked about yet, I don't think. And I'm curious if anybody else has played this or if anybody else has experience with this. So, my partner and I watch a fair bit of the streamer Northern Lion. I think he's really funny. I really admire the way that he's able to talk about nothing for like hours. Like his ability to just make stuff up to talk about is everything I aspire to be. However, recently he's been playing this game that's like, I believe this Japanese game. It's like a horse racing game, but the horses are girls with horse ears and tails. Has anybody seen this game? I don't know what it's called, but other people like started playing it after this. I think that might be it, Horse Lover. I frankly don't know what the title of the game is, but it's a little odd to me. But now my partner has started playing it. And he plays it on his phone, and it's like you have your horse that you pick, and then you have a career or something that you pick for your horse, and you have to like train them in the career. I don't really understand because I haven't really watched it that much, but it's pretty much all my partner watches or talks about anymore. Twice now you've had the same thing happen with the pergola. You want to use them so bad, but they're so huge. They're very large. Like, if I didn't split this big area into 4 sections, I could definitely use the pergola, but especially adding the wall in and having this area more closed off with the camera, the pergola just isn't gonna work. So I'm gonna have to just put up with it. Am I sad about it? Yes. Is there anything I can do about it? Not really. You haven't played the game, but you started the anime? I didn't know it's an anime. I remember being so confused. I still don't 100% know how I feel about it. But then there were these, like, a bunch of streamers that were doing, like, a little, like, tournament or something with it. And I was like, that's very interesting. Very interesting. I move this way. I almost want this down further this way. But then that's gonna have to be... I have to start pretty close to here. Yes, I'm on to something. I'm on to something with these 3 pieces. Let me not sell myself short. Okay. And this way. I do think I want to bring this way. Am I correct in thinking we're not able to walk across this? I wouldn't necessarily expect us to be able to walk across it, but just to confirm, we can't, right? This. I want these. I am correct. Okay. A little bit sad, but not surprising. Okay. Has anybody done any, like, super exciting builds with this river kit yet? Like, if you've used the river kit, what's the build that you are proudest of? Inquiring minds would like to know. I haven't had any super creative ideas about how to use it yet. I'm sure at some point I'll try to do something cool, but I don't know. I don't have a lot of inspiration yet. Maybe I can put like a little picnic bench. Oh, that would be kind of cute. Wait, did I delete that? No. Maybe I could put a picnic bench back here with the water around it. That would be cute. You know what feature I would like in this game, actually? I'd like the ability to select multiple things in decorating mode and move them all together. You know what I mean? If there was a way to, like, select all of these pieces and then, like, slide them up a couple tiles, ooh, that would be such a game changer. I would really love that. That. Was the river kit a premium shop item? It was. The fountain tiles can go underneath it. Highly recommend. Oh, I did hear that. That is cool. I might have to try that. I don't know if this is the build for it, but we'll definitely find somewhere to try it. If not here. Okay, I should be able to run through there. Is this gonna be too big? I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. It's good for framing snaps with small water only items. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, the only time I've used the river kit really is for dream snaps. I used it in my pirate dream snap. I used it to make a little pond in my roses and thorns dream snap. I kind of actually want to delete this and bring this that way a little bit, just so I have a little bit more wiggle room there. You have no idea what to do for this week's stream snap? Yeah, I don't have any ideas yet either. You know what? Actually, I want to make this a little bit more of like an actual little pond moment, I think. This is going to be taking up most of this space, but I don't know if I'm going to hate that. I don't think so. You actually go away. Let me use these instead. Not you. How about you? You really like the way I used it for the pirate one? Thank you. Yeah, I had fun with it. That was pretty much the first time I actually sat down and built with the river kit. And I liked it. You. Maybe you. Spent 500k in Scrooge's shop. What were you buying? Scrooge just stays taking all of our money, honestly. Not you. I was going to grab you, actually. No. I don't want that. I want... Honestly, full disclosure, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm just following the vibes and hoping that we get to something that looks okay. So far, I think it's all right. But you never know. Let me bring that down there. And maybe we'll do one of these over here. You have a bad habit of getting what you need, then running out. Yeah. I feel like actually, yeah, building, I end up going through so much stuff. Sometimes I feel like I'm getting an appropriate number of something, and I always need more. I think it's because when I'm doing a build, I do tend to use a lot of the same item over and over again, kind of back to that, like, giving everything a friend sort of vibe. Like, I feel like it helps everything feel cohesive to just use the same kind of item over and over again. Oh! Oh! Oh, goodness. Leave. That could be kind of cool. I feel like there would be a way to like stick yourself in the center of this and angle it so you can't tell. Like if you put yourself behind one of these and make yourself in the middle of the water in a dream snap or something. I kind of want this to be a little bit smaller, actually. So let me get rid of you and you. And maybe you. And bring this in. I think that might work. Okay, now, actually, let me save. I'm getting so, I don't know, anxious about the game, potentially. Well, let me not speak that into existence. Okay. Do I want this to have stuff in it? Probably. Why not? And then the rest will be the tiny little things. Where are the tiny ones? That's all I have space for. This river kit really is such a cool item for them to give us. I wonder what other kind of, oops, what other kind of interesting items like this we're gonna see in the future. Actually, let me not do these. I think I might have a piece that's like, oh, no. No. Ooh, no. Don't we have like a smaller piece? Yeah, this one. There we go. But that way it gives us more freedom to put stuff on it if we want to. Cute. Okay. Before I do anything else, let me grab this and... I don't know why this music is kind of reminding me of Baldur's Gate. Just me, or does anyone else hear it? This feels kind of, I don't know. I don't know. Reminiscent of it. Like the main theme from Baldur's Gate. Maybe we'll get more with different watercolors. That could be cool. That being said, I feel like, I don't know, it would be kind of wild to sell another river kit with the same functionality and just different colors for like the same price, you know what I mean? But you couldn't really sell it for less because like that way, I don't know, people would get mad about people having access to rivers for fewer moonstones than they did. And you can't really sell it to only be for if you have the existing river kit, because that's a little sketchy. This is a cute path, but I need it to veer more this way. This kind of thing. Maybe even more that way. You've never heard the music from Baldur's Gate? Wait. I've still to this day never finished my playthrough of Baldur's Gate, but that's not the point. The point is that the game is very good, and so is the music. Yes, put that there. Wait, I was going to say, can that really not fit? But it can. Maybe it could be like creepy with purple water and different little decorative pieces that fit the vibe. It definitely could be. I could see them selling something like that. I could. Okay. I think that's cute. I'm gonna leave this path here for now, just until I end up actually finishing what I'm doing here. What am I doing here? I almost want to put like a little painting table or something there. Just to give myself a place to craft in this area, and it's gonna be like a little strange box. So maybe I could do that. We'll see. Send me to Tangled. There it is. Hi, Jenny. Hello, hello. Seeing as they won't give us actual terraforming, a kit that adds bridges, it could be cool. That's true. Wait, can these go? Oh, these can go over the water. I forgot. Someone told me that. I love that these can go over the water. I don't know if I'll actually use them here, but I do love that they can go over the water. I came here for something else, though. I might put that there. You know, I don't hate the idea of having the lanterns. I don't hate it. Do I want a path back here or not? I don't know. I would make it slightly more disconnected, but with the way that these are clustered, it feels kind of weird to not have them connected to each other. You know what I mean? Like, it feels weird having them as kind of spaced stepping stones when the actual rock items in the item are so clustered together. I don't know if any of that makes sense. Perhaps. Then I definitely need a nice tree back there to provide a bit of shade. Did I end up using any of the green? Ah, I did. I could use this one. Maybe, if I could find a way to turn it. Why is this footprint like this? No! Okay, you go here for a second. That could work. Maybe, I don't know. Kind of fun. I could alternatively try to get one of the smaller ones. I don't know which tree this is. Are you? You? I think that's actually not the right color. That's definitely not the right color. I think that's the right color. Yes. It frustrates me that these two are so close to each other, but they're not actually the same color tree. I don't know why. It just does. You, I'm just gonna stick you over there for now because you're at the right angle that I would need you at. So just in case I decide to use you. All of these footprints are a little weird, actually. It's not providing it's not doing what I needed to do. What about the really big one? That. Do we like that? I think I like this one better. What do we think? Do we like this tree better, or did we like this kind of skinnier, more arched one? Hey, what do we think? We like the skinny one better? I like that the other one has more foliage. Let me see. Like it feels fuller down towards the bottom. Cute. And like this might be nice over here. And maybe the grass if I can get it to clip into the wall. And the river. Interesting. Pinky Bara and Dinah are in your recommended, and now you need them after having the update to the companions. Ah, yeah. I still do think the Tinkerbell Capybara is really funny. Switch this out again to see. I'm still so curious. I need us to know when the showcase is happening is what I need. I need someone to tell me. I need... I'm gonna leave this big one. I need a date and a time so I can put it in my little calendar and start getting excited about it. I actually don't know if I love that. I think with this, it like matches this too well. And I think I need some different things to contrast it and make it feel more like it belongs in this biome. That's just the vibe I'm getting. Can I fit you somewhere back here? Not the rain, no! No, not while we're trying to decorate. Looked up at your TV. This is such a pretty river pond area. Thank you. Yeah, I had to get rid of the pergola, but instead we're gonna have a cute picnic table by a little, I don't know, windy pond moment at a little sitting blanket spot. And I think it's gonna be cute. I don't know if I want another picnic table over here because I'm not sure what else I would do with that space. I might put some bushes and stuff, but no. The last roadmap didn't have a clue to a DLC like the past end of year roadmap, so that's very curious after seeing the DLC post-credit teaser. Yeah, I'm very, very curious about what we're gonna find out in the showcase. It'll be interesting to see whether we are getting an expansion at the end of the year or not. It'll be interesting to see what... are we a week out? Okay. Well, I just still won't say it. I'll give it a little bit more time. But it'll be interesting to see what the teaser was about, you know? Like, how that ends up panning out. I'm very, very curious. Or is this a creek even? I don't know. I don't know bodies of water either. That's the thing. Like, they called this a river kit, which is cool. But it's like, we do have a waterfall item. But like, apart from that, these aren't really ever going to be connected to sources of water that are actually feeding a river. So it's really more like a pond. I think it is just like a pond. Maybe if it's big enough, it would be a lake. But I think how skinny this is, it would just be a pond. Because I think even creeks, they have to have a water source feeding into it. But I don't really know my bodies of water like that either, so I'm mostly just making things up. I would love, I think this. That might be cute. Hi, Disney Dreamlight fan. Hello, hello. There. And take some of this over here, perhaps. Almost, well, I guess we wouldn't really need lights. There'd probably be some light from this. I should probably add some books or something around that, though. Gimme books. Ah, could use these. Hope you can progress your quest today and don't have to wait for the free update. Hades and Maleficent won't talk to each other. Oh. Did you check in with the folks over at Dreamlight Help in the official DDV Discord server? Usually if there are quest bugs that are known that have any kind of workaround, they're pretty good at helping you out to figure out what you would need to do for that. There are typically things you can do to get characters to talk to each other if they're not, but I don't remember all of those steps. Feeling like I'm needing something else, and I'm not quite sure what it is. Like a little tree or something? Like a baby tree? Like one of these up here? If I move this? You did everything they said. I'm sorry that that didn't work for you. It's too big. Maybe like a bush. But the only thing with like a small bush is that I would then have to find a place to use another one to make sure it had a friend, you know? Also finding the right color. Don't think that would be the right color. Maybe I could do this plaza one. I kind of like that. The dress is pretty. Thanks. It's from the premium shop today. I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would. You thought Gameloft was afraid to call Maleficent's Raven by his name, but you're just finding out the movie never used his name. Yeah, I don't think they actually call him by the name in the movie. And also, I think Maleficent's bird has a different name in the live action, so that could also be partially why they decided not to name the bird in the game. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But it is sad that he's not a notable companion. I feel like he should have been. I don't like how those are kind of in a line, but I need something on that wall. Be able to fit this back here. No. That would have been nice. Could put this back there. That there. Can you tell I'm not sold on this? Put this back in this corner. This place. Like that. I prefer the green over there. Welcome in, Poppy and crew. Hello, hello. How was stream? Give me a second to grab your link and I will share that in chat. I hope you all had a great stream. Okay, this is also a good time for me to save my progress. Okay, how was stream? What were you all up to today? How is reset day treating everybody? You know, all the questions. Let's see. Hello, readers. Hello, hello. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Everybody, go check out Poppy's channel. Beautiful, wonderful Dreamlight Valley content. I think you'll have a fabulous time over there. I feel like this might be okay. I don't know what about it is feeling a tad bit unfinished to me. but it might just be fine. And I think I'll wait to do anything else in this specific spot until after the rain stops. Because sometimes actually the raining can throw me off quite a bit. The slight dreary, drab look of it all ends up leaving me feeling kind of meh, you know? Like something isn't quite right, but I don't think that's necessarily the case. I'm thinking about for this spot doing a little bit of a tree archway entry moment instead of those arches again. That's okay, kitty, no worries. And with that, I'm thinking about yeah, I don't know, like a little natural archway sort of moment. Do that, and then another thing. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Like a little yellow tree. I don't know, something like this. It's got potential, okay? Don't judge me yet. Don't lose faith in me yet. Or as Jamie would say in the last 5 years, don't give up on me yet. I'll be there soon, Kathy. I love the last 5 years. Maybe I need to watch the last 5 years. I've been thinking about it a lot. Evidently. I think I referenced it yesterday too. This is now making me wonder if I'm even going to be able to access this back area. Because I was going to try to pop a little painting table or something back there. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to walk back there. Maybe. See when I'm done with the foliage. Oh, I have that big pink tree right there. I can't use that. So what will we use? What will we use? What will we use? I'm thinking... Yellow tree? Like this one, perhaps? No. The footprint is not great. Oops, not you. I think I'm gonna have to use this one. Get rid of you for a second. Oh, this is mad about the pathway. And I'm mad about the fact that that's mad about the pathway. What if I drag that back? It's gonna still be weird. Are you mad about that tree? Yes. Why? Oh my goodness, I can't have anything good. Hi, Emily. Hello. I'm just a ball of sorrow and sadness. And mostly melodrama, but we don't really need to talk about that. We need the path that's by the windmill. Agreed. We need this one. We need this one. And we need this. Okay. What else am I doing? I'm gonna focus on the other side for now, so I'm not as angry, at least for a moment. Oh, that just reminded me of that one song. I think it's the oh, no, it's not the opening song. It's that one song from Little Mermaid 2. I don't know if it's called For a Moment, but it's the song where, I guess spoilers for a really old movie. I guess spoilers for a really old Disney movie. Melody has become a mermaid and she's so excited, and she's saying, like, for a moment she finally feels like she belongs, and Ariel has become a mermaid again, but she's like upset about it and upset that Melody is a mermaid. Anyway, very good song, but it's like they're duetting, Ariel and Melody are. It's really iconic. Painting. I used to love painting. I used to love that movie so much. I haven't seen it in years and years, but I wanted to be Melody. And I thought she was so, like, grown up. She's supposed to be like 12 in that movie or something, I think. I'm going to turn this way, actually. That will be a lot more usable for me. This build makes you wish they gave us Rapunzel and Flint's boat. Yes, that would be so nice. Okay, I don't mind this. Oh, I can get rid of this. What biome is this? This is Mount Olympus. I'm right up here in the storybook biome. Oh, why do I have this? I think it's cute. Something over here is a little boring, but I might just put some more grass and call it a day. That fixes it. Cute. You need to rewatch it, but you think you're a Melody hater. I mean, here's the thing. If I saw it for the first time as an adult, I would probably be a Melody hater. She's very much like a stubborn girl who, like, but here's the thing though, Ariel kind of had it coming because because Ariel was the exact same way as a kid. So, like, she can't even really be that mad at Melody, you know what I mean? For being a bit impulsive, a bit defiant. Like, I think Ariel is just getting a little bit of a taste of her own medicine with that one. Mystical Tempest, hello, welcome in. I'm glad you're able to make it. You're about to say she's just like her mama. She is. She's just like her mama. You still need about 4,000 more storybook magic to unlock Mount Olympus. That's not too bad though. Do you have any lures that you can put out? It's pretty quick to get storybook magic if you convert snippets using the lures. Oh, I need something that can clip in there a little bit more. And something that can go there. You love the videos and watch them all the time? Thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. I appreciate it. And thank you everybody who's liked the stream, honestly. Thank you. I appreciate it. Decorating streams can be a bit chaotic. Today was not really any different, but you know, it's nice to be back decorating again. I feel like we've made some good progress. We'll see what we can accomplish before it's time to wrap up. Do I want to use you? I'm not certain, but we're gonna try. Hi, Adam. Hello. That's such a good point, even though you absolutely love Ariel. As a child, I think, like, even as a kid, I knew that Ariel was a little much. I think it's because my parents never would have stood for that kind of mouthiness or like disrespect. So whenever I saw Ariel, I was like, girl, I cannot believe you're speaking to your father with that tone. Not to say that, you know, Triton shouldn't have been more understanding. Like, there was definitely room for improvement from everybody involved, but like, you would not have caught me trying to catch that kind of an attitude with my parents. Mm-mm. You can tell everyone is vibing and playing along or enjoying the cozy vibes when chat moves slower. Yeah, I definitely don't mind it. People lurking, I appreciate you hanging out, honestly. I tend to lurk in people's streams too. I'm not always the chattiest, so I get it. I don't want you all to feel pressured to be active in chat if you're just vibing. I wish we had a version of this tree that was just like a teensy tiny bit shorter. I think that would be nice. Okay, let me also try to grab that tree, but the smaller... Oh, this one. How nice, how nice. You're also decorating Mythopia? What are you decorating? Like, what's happening? I bring another one of these here. This sign annoys me so much, because why is this the footprint? It could just be the middle, like, 2x4 squares. Why is it 3 times the size that it needs to be? That just really grinds my gears. Trying to do a fairy kind of build with all the themed houses. Oh, nice. Yeah, I need to do like a fairy style build over here at some point. I'm putting it off because I don't mind this layout of the houses, but mostly I'm like, I don't know where I want these houses. So, thinking about starting that build feels like a lot of stress that I don't want to have to deal with right now. We'll get to it eventually. Did I get anything from Scrooge's shop? I got a new painting. One of the like Sleeping Beauty wall arts, I think. That was the only new thing. Yeah, this painting. I've been having a fairly balanced to good amount of luck with Scrooge recently, but yeah. Today and yesterday, I feel like I didn't really get anything new. Or maybe yesterday I got the good stuff. I don't know. It's been so-so. It took you ages to decide what biome to do your fairy build in. Yeah. Makes sense. I know some people didn't really enjoy in Rift in Time how the areas were kind of smaller with so many levels. I really enjoyed that though. I kind of liked things being a little bit more cramped, it was like cozier to build. It did kind of limit your options, but I don't know, something about it I just really enjoyed. And I feel like then moving to bigger open areas like this again, I mean, we have a little bit of a mix, but for the most part, we have kind of big open areas in the Vale. We do have things like this biome that has some open spots, but you have like a big obstruction in the middle, but it's been a bit of a shift in decorating again. It took me a minute to get used to the Eternity Isle style of building, and it's taken me a while to get back into the flow of decorating in the Vale. You love it. Mythopia in particular is overwhelming. I feel like part of it's like with Rifted Time, pretty much each place, not like as a rule, but in general, each space was kind of like small enough or shaped in a way that building it, you didn't have to do a whole lot of shaping yourself. The environment kind of structured the build for you. Whereas like in this area, it's just a big square. So I feel like I have to structure the build, you know what I mean? Which is why I kind of split this one into quadrants. And it's like, yeah, it's just a different style of building. For me, it requires more effort and it's a little bit less intuitive for me when I have to take like a big space and separate it into either actually separate segments or find a way to have like a flow through the space when it's just kind of a big square. Your Ancient's Landing is your favorite build. I really liked some of my Ancient's Landing builds. I also just am a little bit biased because it's very like Atlantis core. And I do love me some Atlantis, we all know. Do I have to move this back? I think I might. Oh! Anyway. Anyway. If we get a new expansion, you're so excited to see if it will be more like Storybook Vale or Rift in Time. Yeah, I feel like they adjusted the Storybook Vale map off of the feedback that they got about Rift in Time, so I wouldn't be surprised if flow-wise it's more like Storybook Vale. But aesthetics, I'm super curious to see how things end up looking in the next expansion. That'll be really interesting to see. Anyone know any creators that focus on speed builds? Horrible Gaming. Nora does a lot of speed builds. I see those all the time. Who else does speed builds like regularly? I feel like I don't know if Savannah does speed builds, but she's been doing some like build videos recently. Savannah at My Day Old Tea. I feel like El Serene sometimes does speed builds. I feel like Nora is the one I see most consistently, but people feel free to share creators who do speed builds if those are things that you watch. I'm kind of tempted to just leave this area and not really do anything to the inside of it, although I might... Maybe I'll add like some baskets or something. Maybe I'll add like a table, because it would be kind of cute to have some of the loose produce, but I don't want it on the ground because then I'll accidentally pick it up. Your heart, even though we have the undo, it gets you every time. It gets me every time. When I accidentally delete paths, I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Did we get a trailer at the end of Storybook Vale for the next pack? We got a trailer at the end of Storybook Vale. Or like a little teaser snippet. If the past is any indication, that would be for the next expansion, but the content was kind of confusing, so I don't know. It probably is for the next expansion, and we're probably all just reading too much into it. Oops. But it was quite the teaser. Oh, that's right. Opal sometimes does speed builds. That's true. I mostly catch Opal on her streams because we tend to raid Opal a lot, so I mostly think of Opal as a streamer. But yeah, Opal's builds are beautiful. Opal builds like no one's business. Like every time I turn around, actually, Opal has torn down and rebuilt a whole map. I'm like, how do you how do you do this so often? I love a bulldoze, but no one does a bulldoze like Opal. Hi, Cassie. Hello. Everyone who's able to bring the islands together, it's amazing. All your islands are happily chaotic. You'll organize and make them pretty eventually. There's nothing wrong with chaotic. My valley has been chaotic for a long time. Also, in terms of like decorating within my, oh, I'm sorry, I just like scratched my little filter on my mic. Sorry if that sound effect grated on anybody, not intended, but I don't always necessarily have the most cohesion between areas on my maps. I try, at least within a section, like the Mount Olympus, I try to keep fairly cohesive. Fiery Plains, for the most part, although we have an area tucked away that's very different. The fields, etc., but there's not a lot of cohesion across my entire map. I think that's okay. It doesn't bother me too much. Dreamlight Anya does great speed builds. I don't think I'm familiar with Dreamlight Anya. I'll have to check them out. Okay. That area is in progress. I was going to say done, but we're not done yet. We're not done yet. I might bring one of these tables, actually. Is my Mythopia done? No. This area is the last area of Mount Olympus, but then I still have Statue's Shadow to do. This area down here, I haven't done anything yet. I know which houses I'm gonna have here. These ones, possibly this one, although I'm not 100% sold on having that pink cottage here yet, but we'll see. But everything else is done. The Elysian Fields are done, and the Fiery Plains here are done. And I'm pretty happy with it. Not too mad about my Mythopia. I really actually, yeah, I like this build. I like the flow that I was able to achieve with these buildings, because this is kind of a weird shape, but I like how we have kind of this like moment, and then I don't know. I like this one, but I'm really proud still of the Elysian Fields over here, because I didn't use any buildings at all. It's all just columns and gazebos and vibes, and that's not something that I usually do, and I feel like it turned out really nice. Like, I really like this build. That's how she's looking. Love the glider. This is from the Lorekeeper Tales. There's an inside out one that you can do. And get this. It's a whole sleigh and it is the moment. Thank you. Yeah. So that was my build. I think the only area I didn't really run by is my 100 Acre Woods area. Also, there are a couple empty spots like this. This is where I have my lures. Usually I just removed them because the game was getting a little bit laggy with them. But yeah, then I have a 100 Acre Woods area through here with this cute little bee house that I forget about sometimes, and yeah, this Winnie the Pooh thing. It's cute. It's cute. Your Statue's Shadow has no buildings and might be your favorite. Yeah, it's just like really rewarding, I think, when you, because I don't know, buildings add so much, obviously, to a build, but they're also super helpful in the creation of a build. Because when I was talking about like big open spaces, buildings kind of instantly help to make the flow. So when you don't have that and you still end up with a build that you feel like makes sense and looks good, it's like so rewarding. I had a build kind of like that in my Eternity Isle, where I also used these like gazebos and stuff. And I was so proud of that one too, because it was, I mean, looking back on it, I think it was kind of a mess, but it was a vibe and a mess. So I was proud of it at the time. I was proud of it at the time. You copied the field build because you loved it so much? That's such an honor. Thank you. Okay, I need some like baskets or something. Basket. I'm not really gonna be able to put anything in it, but I don't really need to be able to. Just kind of want them around to look like people are picking things, putting them in it, you know? I know we have more baskets than this. What are they called and why are they not here? For the longest time, you didn't know you could place houses separately. You thought they were only house skins. Oh, yeah. I remember when they first added that to the game. Actually, I was looking back because I still have all of my thumbnails in the same like place. So I kind of have to scroll through all my old thumbnails when I'm making my new ones. And I saw my old thumbnail from when we realized we were getting house skins, and then from when we could put the house skins like separately, because originally I think it could only be as your main house, and then they changed that up and it was like life altering. Good times, good memories. Y'all even like place these. This might be a little bit much. I kind of like the idea of using this, as long as it won't get in the way. You feel like areas in Eternity Isle give way for chaos builds and clutter with them being smaller. I get that for sure. Yeah, I kind of like having these baskets around. I don't think that's going to get in the way too much. And then I might actually just harvest some of these. Thank you kindly. And oh, not the same thing over and over again. You think it was for the remembering update? I don't remember which update it was. I feel like it must have been before that, but maybe not. Maybe it was. No, I think it had to be before the remembering update, because I remember when information was coming out about the remembering update, I was out of town and I was making that was when I was still making news videos. Oh my goodness. And I was doing them on this janky little laptop that I had that I brought with me out of town because it was like a family emergency kind of thing at the time. And I knew stuff was coming out about the game, and I talk about how news for the game is not for me because I was so stressed about missing information and not being able to make videos about it that I brought my janky laptop that I installed this expensive video editor that I didn't use ever before that, and I don't think I've really used afterwards. And I brought my microphone and I was sitting in my hotel room up all night editing. Oh my gosh. So I don't think that's when the house skins being placed as separate things happened, because I don't remember feeling that kind of stress covering that. If you imagine pulling up to Ancient's Landing, you see it all overgrown. Oh, yeah. That's how I kind of approached most of Eternity Isle too. Like, I feel like it's giving uncharted land, you know what I mean? So I kept all of the builds pretty kind of wild and overgrown. I didn't want anything to look overly manicured because I don't feel like that's what it would be giving. Packing my whole setup. Well, it wasn't a whole setup. It was just my mic and a ratchet laptop. But it was fine. We're over it. It was cute while it was happening, I guess. And you know, we grow, we prioritize, and we're good. I like having these upgraded lures, but I kind of wish we could pick the aesthetic of the lures after we upgrade them instead of being forced to use the gold ones, you know? Because in this build, I feel like these ones would look so much better. How's the Twitch stuff going? You know, it's going. I was thinking about it earlier today, depending on when we wrap up stream. If I don't have to immediately start doing something else, I might work on that a little bit more. Because I had formatted my whole Twitch channel and got everything mostly set up. But then I think I decided to go with the other channel name instead. So I'm going to have to reformat that other page. But I at least know what to do now. I have experience doing it once. So hopefully it'll go more quickly the second time. I'm still trying to figure out what the best way to stream is going to be, because I don't know if this PC could handle multi-streaming. I might have to reach out to some people that I know that multi-stream and see what method they use and kind of what their specs are and stuff. Because I would like to stream on Twitch. I would. I'm not on Twitch currently, but I'm trying to expand to also be on Twitch. Thank you for the sip reminder. Also, hi, Ruby. Hello, hello. What did I get on my Dream Snap? I got 4K moonstones, and I don't think I'm going to use these big ones here. I think my rank was like 5,000 or something. I want to say it was like 5,000, and this was my Dream Snap. I love this one. I'm so proud of this one. It was one of the themes that I was least excited to actually make a picture, but I think it came out really cute and bright and pretty, and I like it. I actually didn't look at the top submission. Oh, no, yes, I did. I did look at the top submissions. Oh, I didn't even realize this person had Peter Pan chilling back there. That's really cool. I like how they have the mermaid stuff back there and the pirate stuff here. This one, the colors are really cool. It almost looks like a split shot because of where the sun is, and this half of the sky is pink and this half of the sky is blue. That is so pretty. And we love a screaming Dream Snap. With the alarm clock. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Cute, cute, cute. Do the lures work better if you have a slow trap? I don't think so. I don't think that affects it, but I'm not 100% sure. You checked and it was the remembering update. Ah, how have I forgotten that? Maybe I hadn't left yet, or maybe I had gotten back. I just specifically remember the video that I made where it wasn't the patch notes. It might have been the key art dropping and the roadmap dropping, I want to say. Something like that. Wow, that's late, actually. Because Premium Shop houses dropped in the first... Premium Shop, I think we got the palace, which happened in the update where we got Mirabelle and Olaf, I think. That was kind of a long time between, I mean, a few months, but that still feels like a long time in between getting the ability to change our house and getting the ability to place it separately from our main house. It's a long time. Do I want one of these bushes? Because I only used these over here. I think I need to use them somewhere else. You watch someone on Twitch, he's pretty big and he multi-streams. Could be worth checking his tech setup from his page. Ah, maybe. I do know a couple people who stream to Twitch. I think Mara used to multi-stream. I don't think she does as much anymore, but I think her setup is pretty similar to mine. So if I could find out what method she used, I might be able to make that happen. You're so excited, I'll thrive. Thank you. I do like Twitch. I watch some creators on Twitch. Twitch just feels intimidating. I've not like had bad experiences as a viewer over there. Like for the most part, it seems pretty chill. I'm just such a creature of habit that any change feels like such a big deal for me and is really nerve-wracking. So thinking about, I guess, like the vulnerability of a different viewer base over there just makes me want to curl up in my little introverted shell. But I think we'll be okay. I need something here, and I don't know what I want it to be. A whole new world indeed, Kitty. You still didn't have a house style at the time since you only bought things from the premium shop after Dream Snaps was added. Oh, that was a wild time too, because it was even after. It was the update after the Remembering that added Dream Snaps. And before that, the premium shop, you could only get stuff with moonstones, but you could only get moonstones by buying them. And some platforms, I think you couldn't even buy moonstones because it was still early access or something. So I think some people like couldn't buy stuff from the premium shop until Dream Snaps happened, and like stuff was getting, oh, it was an interesting rollout. And the first ever cycle of the premium shop was so expensive. Like stuff is still expensive, but they had bundles of items. The bundles were like 4,000 or something. Am I lying? I feel like the bundle was like 4,000. It was like this Art Deco Centennial kind of stuff that they had. And they also had the Royal Princess items, like the gold. Let me see if I can find the items. It's like, oh, what is it called? You'll know it. It's like a gold table and a gold shelf, and there was like a bed. This Art Deco stuff was in a bundle. They've brought this back to the premium shop as individual items that are more affordable separately, but bundled together. It was, yeah, this bed, this chair, and there was a divider of some sort that had a bunch of princess items on it. I think one of these bundles was like 4,000 moonstones. It was so much. Anthony, listen, I was thinking a bench, okay, but I don't, but I already have these two benches, so I have to think of something else. I could do another tiny pond. Let me think. When should you mentally prepare for Twitch? I'll let you know ahead of time. The other thing about Twitch, though, is setting up alerts. Like, I have alerts up for people becoming members here and, like, doing super chats and stuff, but I feel like alert is such, like, Twitch has a different culture, especially with the way that chat interacts with stream and stream interacts with chat. Like, that's something that is different on Twitch, I think, because Twitch was created for that to be a thing, and YouTube streaming was not necessarily created specifically for that to be a thing and hasn't really caught up, so to speak, with that aspect of Twitch. So setting up alerts and stuff, it's just gonna be a pain in the butt. The cute half circle stone bench, maybe. Could I make like a little fence work? Anyone else's recommended section in the shop not refresh every day anymore? Like if you buy something? I never really look at the recommended section in the shop, but I thought it was specifically if you buy something, then it will change over to something else. Has anyone been seeing that still be the case in your game? Or did they change that? The only thing about here is I'd have to make a pond on a diagonal, and there's no way that's gonna work. So I don't really want to do that. Kind of weird to have this here. I don't have them. Oh, no! Why did you yeet my bush? Yours changes when you buy stuff, sometimes every other day, though. Okay. Have you checked since the update? Twitch is super interactive because it was made to be a streaming platform, whereas YouTube started as a search engine. Exactly, yeah. And I think YouTube is trying to start to add more interactivity in streams, like how they added this. Okay, I'm going to say what this is called. I don't like that this is called this, but this might just be a me thing. It's called top fans. Like, y'all might see some people have little crowns by their name or something, and I think it's like determined by chat frequency and like super chats and gifted memberships and stuff. It's called top fans. That feels weird to me. Partially because it's weird to hear you all referred to as fans, because I'm just a girl, like you know, like I'm just a dude, but that's something that they've been adding. Yeah, it's kind of like a leaderboard thing. And I think that's meant to be like their answer to like a Twitch. Like Twitch has that kind of a thing, like a leaderboard thing for people who have gifted subscriptions and stuff, and like people who have cheered the most bits, or I don't know, I might sound like a grandma. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, YouTube is starting to add more things like that. Yeah, I also don't know if that's something that's like all time or like per stream. I haven't really looked into it because it was just added, the little leaderboard thing for YouTube. But I guess it's cute that they're trying to expand the interactivity with chat and streams and stuff like that. That's nice. That's nice. Twitch has hype trains. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff over there. There's always something. You think it's per stream? I think it is too, Horse Lover. That's the vibe I get. You were watching Cozy Crest and they rolled out points on her channel? Wait, what do you mean by that? Like the way that they have them on Twitch, where, okay, so people who don't watch Twitch, there's this thing called, I think they're just called channel points over there. But it's essentially like when you watch, it's like every 5 to 10 minutes or something, you can redeem channel points. You get more if you're a subscriber, which over there is like if you're a channel member over here. You get more for watching consecutive streams. So if you watch like a certain number of streams in a row, you get like more or something like that. And then the streamer gets to decide how viewers can redeem their channel points. So sometimes people will have like sound effects that you can redeem your points to have the sound effect play on stream. Or they'll have it where you can like highlight your message if it's like a streamer whose chat moves real fast and they're like, this is a way for the streamer to be more likely to see your chat kind of thing. Or I watch a streamer. I don't know if any of you watch Foreign. Over here, he is Foreign Fridays and also Foreign Man in a Foreign Land. I love him so much. When he moved over to Twitch somewhat recently, he made it so like you could redeem a certain number of channel points to get him to do like burpees on stream or like squats on stream. He's now in like extreme burpee debt because he didn't realize he had to increase the amount of points that you would have to spend to redeem that kind of thing. But it's kind of a cool way to interact with the community and for people who have spent a lot of time watching the streams to, I don't know, get a little something fun for it. Exercise, ill, no, never. You will not catch me giving you an option to redeem channel points for me to do squats. That's not going to be on the list of things. Or being boozled, yeah, people will do that. Or like sometimes they'll give you like a special title that you can get after having a crazy amount of channel points. Just like fun stuff, I guess. But I'm also not creative in that way, so that's not something that I look forward to dealing with. But I don't think you get that until you actually make Twitch partners. So the chances of me actually reaching that are fairly slim. So maybe I don't have to worry about it. I don't know what to do. I'm stalling. If I could do diagonal fences, life would be better. Seating. Bench. So you get the points, but there's no real interactive way to redeem them. You can check your balance with a prompt, but you also have to tell the streamer in chat what you want for your points. Oh, for YouTube? I mean, if they are just starting to roll that out, it's probably going to be like the case that they're going to modify the system. It's a cool step for them. The chances are extremely high. You're very kind. Twitch is just such a saturated market because like it is the streaming platform, you know? I don't mind this. Actually, I hate it a little bit. You could sit on this bench and stare at this wall. That's beautiful. Or you could sit on this bench and watch the snippets float by. You have squats and push-ups on yours, but chat can make you do more than 10. You have squats and push-ups on your... No. No, it's not for me. You know what? One thing, though, is... being on Twitch would make me far more likely to get a stream deck. Not to be confused with a Steam Deck. But I would be a menace with a stream deck. You have no y'all better hope I never get one. I'd be annoying everybody with the sound effects. Trust that. Snippet watching, yeah, it could be a nice leisurely way to spend your afternoon, just sitting watching the snippets float by. You don't watch Twitch, but one day you watched probably Senpai Live and it was too much. The sound effects were a lot. Yeah. You can definitely change what sound effects happen for what alerts. It also depends on how active the chat is with, like, I don't know, subscribing and stuff like that, how often the alerts pop up, but it is a bit of a different experience over there. What if I take a nice little yellow tree, like this one? And maybe I'll move this in front, actually. You watched a streamer watch paint dry for 10 hours? Wait, what? The stream was literally watch me watch paint dry? Were they talking about something? What I think is interesting, well, interesting is maybe not the appropriate word for it, but I can't think of a word that I actually mean right now. I think it's interesting when people have streams where they're usually like meant to be like support-a-thon type streams, right? Where they'll stream for hours and hours and hours and hours straight. And they'll stream themselves sleeping because they'll stream for so long that they like have to sleep on stream, but they'll just show them sleeping. That could never, mark my words, you will never, ever, ever catch me streaming myself sleeping. If I threaten to do so at some point, you know that I'm unwell. Where can I fit you? It's gonna delete the tree. Why would you delete my tree though? You watch a streamer that uses a stream deck for meme quotes and it's so funny. I like when a stream deck has like lore, you know what I mean? When it's not just random things that are the sound bites for it, it's like stuff that makes sense for the channel, you know what I mean? That's a bit of fun. Okay, you go there for a second. I will fit another one, just you wait. I am determined. Why did I turn you so many times? These are not any closer than they were before. It's fine. Oh, so close. You know what? It's fine. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Stunning. And beautiful. And flawless. And fabulous. And I need one of these. And it shall go here. Oh! Never mind. All I want in life is to pop a cute little jubilant topiary. I'm deleting all of this. And by all of this, I mean just this stuff. It's all bad. I'm also doing this. Great. And I'm creative. I'm full of so much creativity and also so many ideas. And I'm going to create something that's going to work. It's gonna work well and it's gonna be beautiful. And that's what I'm manifesting. Why does that side of the thing not want to cooperate with anything? That is very rude, actually. You know, it's fine. For now, we're just trying something. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But there's no harm in trying. You know? Hear me out. I don't hate it. Emphasis on hate because I don't love it. But I don't hate it. And that might be almost enough. Definitely need like something. I think this green grass is too much.
Oh, nice day we're having, isn't it?
Sure, Flynn. I almost want to pull this path up here, but I feel like I'm going to regret it. I feel like this area is too tall this way. Can I pull this path? Oh, no, not like that. This path is diagonal, so I feel like it's going to be awkward to do it. Like that, kind of. And then this would, in fact, throw all of this off. But I could maybe fix it. We cannot fix it. Oh! Okay! Didn't know we got different style grass when we pulled from the menu of the same. Oh, yeah. I mean, it depends on the type of grass, but the Sunlit Plateau grass, we have this yellow one here. And then we also have some kind of brownish ones. There's a big one and there's like a smaller one. The beach grass looks pretty similar, but we have this tall one. And this is like the best grass because this will clip into other foliage. There's some things it won't clip into, but for the most part it will. So it's really nice for layering. But then there's also one that's shorter and wider a little bit, and that one won't clip into things. That one's still the tall one. And then the meadow grass, I think it's just the same grass all the time. Also, we haven't talked about this in a moment. Can we petition for them to bring back the lavender grass? This meadow grass used to be like a lavenderish color. And I need them to give that back to us. It can be separate, like they can leave the meadow grass, the current one, green, but give us the lavender one. I don't think I mind that. The no bushes, just like stones. You have been changed for good. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with getting rid of that plant. Do I want to change the orientation? Be like that, perhaps. It's weird how some items have variations when you go into one more than once and others don't. Yeah, I'm not sure why they did that.
Now you can trust me, but some of these other folks.
I do wish they would make it more obvious which ones have variations, and also, what was the also? Make it easier for us to tell what those variations are, like give a little drop-down menu or something, you know what I mean? And frankly, I feel like they could do that for a lot of things. Like these pink trees are, because, okay, as we get more updates to the base game and as we get more expansions potentially in the future, we already have this long tree menu. It's gonna get really cluttered really fast. I feel like what they need to do is take like these light ever after furs and put them all under one icon called ever after fur. And then you click on the item and then it gives you a little drop down to pick which one you want. You know what I mean? Same with like these Mythopia trees. If they want to have the two shrubby bushes together, they can, but they could also have those under the category with the other trees. Like put Mythopia trees and then a little drop down that has all of those yellow Mythopia trees, right? They could do the same thing with these magnolia trees. Just make a magnolia tree icon and have the 3 different types under that. And like, yeah, you could say that that's more effort when you're decorating because it's more clicks, but I feel like it would save time on scrolling. And also, once you put one down, you can just copy it to place again. You don't have to go into the menu every single time to get it, you know? I feel like that would streamline decorating with the foliage. So I hope they do that at some point. Do I think they will? I don't know, but I hope they do. Kind of want a light here, but it looks kind of weird there too at the same time. Let you pen a list of foliage menu suggestions. Yes, we need that.
Oh, nice day we're having, isn't it?
My hyper focus on the one area reminds you of yourself. I mean, it's slightly hyper focused, slightly like distraction. It's like equal parts complete focus and also lack of focus. I probably would have finished it sooner if I was actually paying more attention to what I was doing, but we try, you know? We certainly try. They're gonna have to, or the menus are gonna be super long. Exactly. Like 1 or 2 more expansions. Granted, not everyone has every expansion, but they do have to account for the fact that some people are going to have all of the expansions. You know what I mean? And it's just going to be too much. You only learned that the short base game trees have variations a few months ago because they're all spread out and you just assumed it was a menu glitch. Ah, not different size trees. Yeah. Fine. Okay. It's about to be a year since we got search bars in the furniture menu and we still don't have it at Scrooge's or the crafting menu. Has it really been a year? Oh my goodness. A long time. I'm gonna clip all the way into there. Thank you. This area is so cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, actually. I'm not too mad at it. We have this little path into this garden spot. We have this path through this winding kind of rivery spot. I don't 100% love this area just in terms of how the camera is with the foliage, but I think it's cute, so I'm probably gonna just deal with it. We have this area, our little orchard, and yeah, and our little snippet spot. I think it's pretty cute. I'm not too mad at it.
Oh, nice day we're having, isn't it?
Unless you place all your things out to build with ahead of time, so much can be lost in those menus. For sure. You wish that all the pretty orange and yellow trees from the storybook bill came in a couple of different green colors too. I agree. Also, you know what? We're going to be wrapping up soon. Time for a little rant. I haven't ranted too much today. Listen, we need so many things aside from the pathing that we already complained about. Why did we not get these trees and bushes in this purple color? The thing that makes me mad. Okay, like I understand that there's only so much you can do, right? Like there's only so much time. There are only so many new assets you can give to people. Like I think about The Sims 4, right? When they do kits or stuff packs or whatever, like they have a maximum number of items that they're quote unquote allowed to give you in those things. I'm not saying that Dreamlight Valley has that same thing, but they probably have like some sort of number range of things that they want to give you. But these trees are already made. Why can't they give us these trees when they already exist? Granted, I don't know if they exist specifically as placeable assets because these are built into the environment, but at the very minimum, the items exist as assets with just slightly different colors. I'm not a game designer. However, I would assume that it's probably not that time consuming to go to their existing trees that we have that are the same as these, all of these trees. It's probably not too time consuming to beep beep boop this trunk to be this color and beep beep boop these leaves to be this color, you know? Especially since these already exist. And yes, somebody else already mentioned it. The floating islands. The floating islands have trees that we don't have. I don't know if this one does. I think I went to like one of the ones that doesn't. Wait, no. This one does. These trees along the edge here. These are the Storybook Vale trees with a different color foliage. We don't have these. And yet, they're framing this entire island. So no matter what you do to decorate this island, all of the foliage is going to be different than the foliage here. It's the same with, I think the Plaza Island or the Meadow Island. It's like we have trees, again, these ones are Storybook Vale trees, but the color is different. We don't have these trees. We have trees with a similar color from the base game. Like, those are somewhat similar. Those, you know, they're not like the same, but they're in like a similar, you can make a color story out of them, right? And we have the actual trees from Storybook Vale, but we don't have these trees in this color. So anything that you do to decorate this island, you're not going to have the same foliage in it. All the foliage in the middle is going to be something, and all of the foliage on the outside is going to be something else. That, as a decorator, maybe not for all decorators, but to me as a decorator, is incredibly frustrating. I'm not saying I would always use the exact same trees or bushes, because we don't have these bushes either. But I at least want to have the option. Why would you put it in the structure of the game if you're not going to give us access to it? Why? Why? We need purple grass too, yes. Yeah, they've designed the asset already. Just give it to us, please. The green cypress in different sizes would be nice. Recolors are super fast in comparison to other content. That makes sense. There's so many trees lining the area that we kind of need them. I know, it makes me not want to decorate the islands because I can't make them the same. I mean, she says, after having this area that has trees on the outside that I didn't use. But the point is, I could if I wanted to. I could if I wanted to. You know what I mean? Like, this area, imagine if we had these trees right here and we didn't have these ones to use for this. You know what I mean? It would just be weird to have all of these trees on this little mountain thing, on this little cliff thing, and only have different trees in the middle. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating, especially when you see them in your game and you're like, they're right there. Why can't I have it? Like with the path right up here. I'm like, it's right here. Why can't I have it? Like this one. What is that? Why isn't this in my inventory right now? You know? And even in Mythopia, they have tree sizes we don't have. I'm not as mad about the tree sizes, especially when some of them look a little wonky. Like You know what I mean? Like, you can tell this was kind of made to be in the environment and not necessarily to be used, because it's got like some weird 2D stuff going on. But I need something that looks similar at least. Give them a tiny bit of grace that they probably have so much work to work on, but this you can't forgive. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sure they have a lot to do. I'm sure they're working on a whole bunch of stuff right now. I just feel like a lot of times people are using Dreamlight Valley as a design game, right? They're either decorating their valleys or they're decorating for dream snaps. Yes, there's story and quest content, but I feel like a lot of people who play the game, a lot of the time that they're playing, they're decorating in some way. And for us to be able to see those things that we could have that could contribute to our decorating so much, especially since they're already built into the environment, for us to not have them comes across like they just didn't give them to us. Whether that's what the thing is or not, or like it's that they actually don't have it built and can't build it for some reason, or you know what I mean? That's like not really how it comes across. And that makes me upset, especially when I feel like people have to have been digitally, virtually begging them to give them to us for the past 7 months, you know, since we got this DLC. You said, don't show me what I can't use. Yes, that. Very much, very much. More trees, bushes, and rocks in bundles or clusters like we got in the Isle in the Vale. You want more like that in the base game colors and styles? That would be nice, but I feel like also just like, well, yeah, that is nice for people, especially who play on Switch, who have a lower item count. But also just more ability for us to intersect foliage items, I think would be almost as good or just as good. Remember the first stream with the floating islands, and ever after I immediately noticed the trees we didn't have, and you've been upset ever since. I'm so sorry if you wouldn't have known it otherwise. But that was like the first thing I noticed. Because when I go in those areas, I'm like, ooh, how can I decorate this? And I'm like, I can't use any of that. That's a shame. That's a shame. But we are going to go ahead and wrap up. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking the stream. Actually, we're so close to 100 likes on the stream. If you haven't liked, please do. Help me get to 100. That would be amazing. I'm going to see if anybody else is playing right now, though. If they are, we're going to go see them. I'm going to be back tomorrow. I know, y'all are getting extra me. It's great. I'm going to be here tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to be playing yet, though. We are going to go see... Wait, who started when? So I know if they're still going to be streaming or not. We're going to go see Opal. And Opal is also doing, planning a new, see, I just talked about this. Opal is planning a new main valley. She must have bulldozed. So please stop by, drop some love, say hey, hang out there. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or night, and take care of yourselves. And I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.